Now, we used to have a couple of guys work for us, Bill and Bruce Perkins, and they taught a lot of us, me included, how to pack. And one thing that Bill always used to say was get these flaps out of your way. So again, if you just take a small amount of tape, 6 or 8 inches long, and place it there, that just holds those flaps down, and it means you're not fighting against them. The next thing we need to do is create a base or a cushion. We reuse a lot of our materials and we try and be as sustainable as possible. And a good way to reuse our white paper that's being once used is to use it to create the cushions in the bottom of the boxes. We've got some old paper here, crush paper, that we've just made a nice base for. If you're packing tea towels or linen, cushions, pillows, you can use that sort of thing. A good tip that we use is just take a couple of flat sheets of paper, so when you're unpacking, you know where your packed items finish and your base starts. The way that I like to set up when I'm packing, I have my paper here, I have the items that I'm packing on my left-hand side. That's because I'm right-handed. So with my left hand, I take a plate, place it in the middle of my paper. Take my right hand and I fold the paper over. You can then take another plate and place that on top. And you can repeat that as many times as you're comfortable. Typically, we would suggest doing that 2, maybe 3 times. So we'll take another piece of paper, we'll place the plate on top, and I'm going to call it a day at that one. One more piece of paper, fold in the edges. So this is where a lot of the jokes and comments usually come about from our customers when they say, oh, I bet you used to work in a chip shop. Because you can see here, it's very similar to when you do go to the chip shop and get your fish and chips. Looks very similar to something you might be passed over the counter. So we've got 2 or 3 plates there in a package. It's very important when you're packing plates to remember which way to place them in a box. And when we're training our guys, the thing that we ask them to think about is if you take a plate and you were to whack it that way, it would probably break. If we have a plate this way and we whack it this way, it's probably going to chip. So it's really important when you're packing plates in a box that they go vertical like that as opposed to horizontal like that. So we've got our plates here, we place them in the box just like so, and then we can just repeat that process.